Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, someone always has something to say? Too slow, too quiet, too different. Too you. Raghav had lived with that noise his whole life. He was a farmer, the kind who woke before sunrise and worked until the sky turned orange. His fields stretched wide across the village, golden under the sun. He took pride in his work, though it wasn't always easy. What made it harder, though, weren't the crops, but the people. Neighbors would say, "Raghav, you should use better seeds." Others would laugh, "Your field doesn't look as good as Sharma's." Even relatives told him, "You should have gone to the city. Farming is old-fashioned." Raghav smiled through it all, but deep down, every word cut a little. At night, as he sat with his wife under the dim lantern light, he'd sigh. "Why can't they just let me be?" His wife, Leela, would hand him a cup of tea and say softly, "Because they can't find peace in their own lives, so they borrow ours." He smiled, but he didn't understand. Not yet. One day, while plowing his field, his old bull stopped and refused to move. The sun was high, sweat dripped down Raghav's face, and a few villagers passing by started shouting advice. "Hit the bull harder. Maybe it's sick. You don't know how to handle animals." Raghav's hands tightened around the rope. For a moment, he wanted to shout back, to prove himself. But then he saw something that made him pause. A small bird was sitting on the bull's back, pecking calmly at the flies. The bull didn't care about the noise, the shouts, or even the heat. It just stood there, quiet, patient, at peace. Something in Raghav's heart softened. He looked at the bull, then at the noisy men, and realized the bull didn't need to prove anything. It was just being. That evening, he told his wife about it. She laughed and said, "See, even the bull knows not every sound needs an answer." Raghav chuckled, sipping his tea. From that day on, he stopped trying to explain himself. When people criticized his work, he listened but didn't take it in. When they compared him to others, he smiled and said, "May their fields grow too." When they laughed, he just kept walking, feeling the soil under his feet. The more he ignored their noise, the lighter he felt. He noticed the sunrise again, the smell of wet earth after rain, the sound of Leela's laughter from the kitchen, the things that truly mattered. One morning, a younger farmer came to him and asked, "Raghav Bhai, how do you stay so calm when people talk badly about you?" Raghav smiled, adjusting his turban. He said, "I learned one thing. When a dog barks at the sun doesn't bark back, it just keeps shining." The young man laughed, but Raghav meant every word. He looked at his fields, golden in the morning light, and felt peace. Not the kind that comes from silence, but the kind that comes from strength. He had finally learned the secret. Peace doesn't mean no one talks. It means you've stopped letting their words touch your heart. Moral: when you stop answering every noise, life becomes quieter and your heart becomes stronger. If you like this story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring English stories like this one. See you in the next story. Stay kind, stay peaceful, and keep learning.